Today is Wednesday, October 22, 2025. And today you can skip this episode if you want, but I will show you guys some setups. You can skip this because I took no trades. Surprisingly, when we had good setups, I just put my hands up my ass and did not take a trade. And you'll see why if I didn't if you're interested. If not, you can skip this episode. This day, I took no trades, but there were trades that I just didn't take. And like I said, I will explain why. Here's our new eval. Nothing. 0 0. No trades today. 0 trades. So boom. Okay, let's get into the day. What did I see? 4-hour. Got a 4-hour gap. We're still delivering from sell side, delivering to buy side. We still have these equal highs and all-time highs, relatively equal highs. You have this 4-hour high, 4-hour low, and we are disrespecting bearish but respecting bullish, right? So 4-hour bullish, hourly same thing. I marked out the hourly highs, not lows, because so far we're bullish. And looking at the hourly, we are still bullish, respecting that gap, and we still have this hourly down here. 30-minute, same thing, although on the 30-minute it's like choppy, like we're accumulating right now, right? So with accumulation, right, there's always a displacement, high or low. So that's our manipulation and then distribution. So let's say if we want to go longs today, we're accumulating here, we're manipulating here, and then we're distributing higher, which is what I want today. So we have these PD arrays set up for us, and let's just get into market open. So just to show you guys, per usual, here is New York open right there. And yeah, so New York open, what did we do? We swept so much sell side, right? We swept this, and then with this sweep I saw on SMT, right, with ES 30-minute. Let's go to the 15. Okay, this is ES. Why is it charted like that? Anyways, so we had an SMT with this low, which NQ swept, but ES didn't. So boom, we have a high time frame SMT. If we have a low time frame, which we didn't, it would have been perfect. But yeah, this would have been a good trade. So we had a bullish SMT. We tapped into this hourly or 30-minute bullish gap. 30-minute, yeah. So we had this 30-minute gap. We can scale it down to 15 to be more precise. So here we had this 15 gap, right? Bullish fair value gap, and we can scale it to the 5. There's a 5, but it didn't tap. Oh, we did tap the 15 though, so that's what I wanted. So boom, you could have took a long here, waiting for a setup. There's a 1-minute inverse. Oops. Right, so we can wait for this, but this is my mistake, right? Previously I focused on the lower time frame, so this time, which was wrong, but we had a 1-minute, right? This is what the trade would have been. So we had that 1 minute, Now we're just waiting for an inverse, right? So we inversed it here, but for more confirmation you would have waited for at least a 2-minute. That got inversed, right? Which you could have entered there. Stops at probably these lows. It's pretty protected. We have 2 inverses here, so stops could have been somewhere here in this body, right? So you could have longed it here, but in my head when I moved to the 2-minute, yeah, we inversed this, but like I said, we still have this gap here, right? So I didn't want that, so there's more likely a 3-minute gap right here. Bless me. Bless me, holy. Right, we had a 3-minute, there's probably a 4-minute, and a 5. So there's a 4. So at this time I was looking at the 4, but we already inversed these 1 minute twice, and even this full 2-minute, which you could have entered here, which I should have done, by the way. So I'd say boom, you enter here, stops at these lows, TP at this high, right? You could have targeted higher, but we're not trying to catch all of it because you could obviously lose. And so boom, trying to catch the highs, and then we play this on the 1 minute, let's say. Right, so boom, boom, small, very, very small drawdown, and you would have hit a banger trade. What is that, 800 on the day, 840, so really banger trade. And so what I liked is that I didn't FOMO out on this trade, right? I could have entered here where the 5-minute broke, but at that point, do you really want a risk to reward like this, where you have your London highs and these highs, right? Do you want to risk this? Like, it's a negative RR and your stop is huge, 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 right? So no, I did not want to do that. I sat on my hands and I didn't feel like I FOMO'd. Yes, it was a great trade. It was A+, but you know, I just waited, right, for a retrace at least, or a what's this called? Resweep, right? But that was pretty A+. Like I said, we still have this fair value gap that we could possibly come down to, this 30-minute, right? Or is it the hourly? Hourly. The hourly gap, right? And so boom, I sat on my hands and I just waited. Good thing with this is that we didn't sweep these London highs and these highs. We didn't sweep them yet. So boom, we pushed lower, we tapped that 1 hour, right? And what did I want to see? Possibly an SMT. I don't think we did though, but we can check it right now, right? No SMT. These lows have been swept. Possible SMT, which I didn't see at the time, to be honest. So here we swept it, and then where was it? This low? Somewhere here. Regardless, we didn't sweep it. So another bullish SMT, right? I didn't see this at the time. This is hindsight right now. And so yeah, and we go back here, right? We look for an inverse. I didn't think there was an inverse here. Wait, hold on. Why is this magnet? What did I want to do? Oh, go back here. Like, why did I not take this one? This inverse, the 1 minute. Why? Because we displaced so low, right? I need a full-on V-shaped recovery, right? And so that 1 minute, like, if you, yeah, we inversed it, but like we displaced so low, we want a at least some structure before going up. Price is not just gonna come down and V-shape all the way up, right? So what did I want to see from this point? I wanted a resweep, right? So we touched these lows, we reswept, we touched these lows, and yeah, we had this 1 minute right here. Everything else was just, it looked like chop. So 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, and yeah, there was a 5 which is all the way up. And like I said again, if we did inverse this, your stops would be so low just to target that. Yes, it's a 1-to-1, but that's too much risk for me. So boom, we got this low, we had a inverse here, boom, and then you could have entered off that. So you buy here, boom. See, like, this is already 900. Imagine if it was that 500. But yeah, so our stops are at this low, and we're just trying to target unfilled or a 1-to-1. For me, a nice target was where was this? I believe it was this. Let me just get rid of this. For me, it was a 1-to-1 and some change, but you could have definitely targeted these right here, right? And then this is like the wick low. So yes, there's some people who like trading in the middle of that. So yes, we could come down, so put it down on there, but I just like this because it's a 1-to-1 and some change. Holy. Right, so that's what I wanted and what I would have entered off of. And then from that, I would go break even here. Possibly this one, to be honest. Right? I think that's what I marked out. Yeah. So boom, we play it out. That's break even there. Yeah, so even with that break even, you would have banged out on a 1K trade. And this, I missed these trades. Like, PA was great. I read the markets perfectly again, but I just did not execute, right? I did not execute, which I'm happy because I'm learning that you can sit on your hands and don't FOMO, which is what I've been missing all along. I know I made a mistake today that I sat on my hands, but you know, it was like perfect resweep again. Maybe we can get another bullish trade here. Let's see. Yeah, so we inversed here. Probably a 2-minute. Yep. Nothing else. So a 2-minute here. Boom. We could have longed this candle closure. Stops at this wick. Target unfilled 5 or 15. So there's a 5 there. 15, no. So there's a, could have targeted a 1-to-1. Yes, there's an unfilled here, so you could have just went break even here, right? Boom. So, right, so take this trade. Let's just see. I know it's hindsight right now, obviously, but got a 1-to-1. Boom. We chop. We were close to getting stopped. We're back to green. We hit break even. And yeah, next candle, we took a dub. So another one, that's another great example. But would I take this? Let's see. If there's an SMT, probably. No SMT, so it's not A plus, but probably an A. And so yeah, those are examples that you guys could have taken, and I hope you guys took, because I didn't. I don't know why, but I'm glad that I didn't, because I'm learning that I can just sit on my hands and I'm not happy or sad, right, about missing those trades, because at the end of the day I didn't lose, but I also didn't win. I'm not sad about it. I'm just glad I saw the setups. Looking at it now, yeah, we were bullish. We still could have took trades, but we ended up trending lower. Now, do I like this price action? Yes, of course. You know why? Because we are avoiding all-time highs. We're going back to retracing. Hopefully, we stay bearish, leave all-time highs, so we can actually have proper structure, and trades are gonna be a lot more easier. And so yeah, that is my trade recap. Even though I did not take a trade, right here, no trades. And so yeah, I hope you guys took some W's. I know a lot of people took a W. TJR didn't take a W, which was surprising, because I thought price action was pretty good. But hey, you don't always win. But yeah guys, that is my trade recap. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.